Mic check. Mic check. Mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check. Okay, everything's working. Alright. So we are back at it. Been a few days since I worked on it, the project at all. Took my kids to the parade yesterday. Had a blast. So where we leave off? Let's see. So we have important. While debugging game ID equals to none visual bug issue, determine that this bug is the one causing visual resituation issues with and possibly probably also pre-sold play cards and play cards, etc. Specifically, when P1 was dealt 2 red 3s, the hand was not visually situated at all, and that is that one. Okay, yeah, I know this. So yeah, important suspect from analysis that line 211 in dirt check may be the culprit. TLDR, main principle certainly stems from the game ID is equal to none bug. Okay. So I had thought about this like over the weekend and stuff, and I wanted to check the resituation section here to make sure I'm passing the proper game ID. So we have looking for the resituation. Actually, I want to put resituation section. Resituation. I don't have to match for case. Okay. Resituation. So for resituation. Alright, be careful. Love you, Mom. Alright. So for resituation, if the item is a card and is in meld group nameless, resituates the card, the meld card by card for proper visual display. Okay. Oh, I know. Okay, I'm actually looking for here. Looking for resituation here. Okay, so they're on the same line. Alright, so this was the part I was looking at. Well, boys, we found our bug. And, yeah, it's real simple. It's real simple, guys. It's right here, dude. It's right here, bro. So simple. Very simple. Embarrassing, honestly, because, you know, I've been like, God, I've been dealing with this resituation bug, and I just, oh man, what can you say? Gotta do better, that's all. That's all you can say, right? Moving forward. So, what we actually need to do is we need to restructure this. So we pass self and then item, initial deck append, calendar check, game ID. So we need to pass in the game ID param. So and I'm pretty sure we already checked all these to make sure that the game ID gets passed here and everything. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna add I like to add them in order, so game ID should come after. So it's, even though the order doesn't technically matter because they're keyword arguments, I still like to keep them in order. So we'll say game ID equals and then just game ID, because we're already getting the game ID from okay, let's see, append. Let's just, out of curiosity, I want to see. Okay, so now let's see what we get with this. Let's see if this change. Oh, okay, so this is because we are so Control Shift P. Let's try this again. Control Shift P. Select interpreter, and we want to select the recommended, our virtual environment, and I think that should have fixed the no module named Pygame. What? I don't understand that. Like I've been using this for so long. I don't understand why. Okay, so let's try this now. Alright, so now it's running. Let's apply client. And waiting for the other player to join the server. No. J. And this one's done. Okay, we have a red 3. We didn't put the red 3 where it was supposed to go. The red 3 should be in there. 3 melt, but it wasn't, so that's the bug. He didn't have any red 3s, so now he drew an 8, and cards. Let's see if we're still getting these game IDs equal to none. And there it goes. It's working now. Okay, I actually want to change the logging to put this in dev mode real quick. Finally. So we're gonna change the logger to print instead of log after the fact. We want it to print actively because we're gonna do some. I want to do some active debugging. I want to look at the logs as we're doing a playthrough to see what it says. And what I'm looking for here is I wanted to find all the places where card movement is being called, and I want to check and make sure that it's being passed game ID. Okay, so this was just a quick test because I realized like I overlooked the resituation section in card movement or whatever function it was, so it made me doubt whether or not I was overlooking another place. See, okay, so card num canasta detect. We have to make sure it's being passed to that. That might be another source. So we're passing the game ID to the card movement calls within card num canasta detect. But if card num canasta detect is not being passed, the and also, well, visual red 3 meld, we did check all those, so visual red 3 meld update shouldn't be a culprit. So we're looking for cardinum canasta detector. Okay, so that's what we're actually gonna look for instead. We're gonna, because game ID was in all instances of card movement. So we're gonna look for cardinum canasta detect to make sure we're passing it there. Okay. Okay, so it is it is being used. It is being passed in all the places. And visual meld update should be passed because that's given by visual meld update. That's done in. Okay, so we'd be looking for dot append here. And we already did all this. We already went and looked through all this, I'm quite sure. Okay, that's for the wild cards. We don't. Okay, yeah, so everything looked good here, at least as far as I could tell. So I think our best bet would probably just be to and then one other place that I thought might be worth looking was yeah, we already looked at all these. I'm pretty certain. I don't want to like go over and do things I already did, but I just wanted to take a quick minute just to make sure I didn't overlook something. Okay. Let's see. What's up with this? It says eval. So this is for skeleton clickable card list, skeleton clicked cards, and okay, yeah, we're like we don't need to. We don't need to have it here because this spot is not associated with a card movement call. That's the only place we would need that for. And I'll put a note here. Is this the cause for the discard clickable card list being unclickable? While debugging game ID equals nonbug, notice this card does not have game ID param. Attempted to add it, which caused the draw to draw animation clickable cards list to be rendered unclickable. I couldn't click any cards at all for either client. Is this a bug or should this happen? So let's see, let's go ahead and pass game ID equals game ID here, and let's see if it does indeed crash, like I mean not crash, but rather it doesn't work as it should as far as the yeah, it won't let me click any card. And I wonder why that is. Why would it be that whenever we try to click, like, what does the game ID have to do? So let's see. What happens here is we say this is in dir check, and this is for when we're receiving skeleton clickable card list or skeleton clicked card. So in this case it would be skeleton clickable card list, which will say if entry is equal to A, you have to one, let's grab your name, append card conversion. And then we say game ID equals game ID. But why would it cause that issue? I don't understand. I'm gonna take my vitamin. Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and well, so self.cargo name in self.skeleton list. No, because this is for when it's receiving that. Oh, that's why. Hold up. Wait a second. Okay, so it's because so we don't. Okay, so now I know why it's doing that. It's because clicked card lists and clickable card lists are not custom append lists, they're custom time list instances. And custom time list doesn't need to take the game ID arg. And that's because ultimately it doesn't call the card movement function, which is what requires the game ID. So I don't actually understand though, like why it would allow me to pass the argument. Like it shouldn't let me pass this game ID here, because like there isn't. Well, maybe it is actually throwing an error and I'm just not like seeing it, but yeah, you know what, it might be throwing an error and it's getting accepted as an exception, and it's actually like not it's actually like breaking the game. But you know, it's not terribly important. But I was expecting, if we were to pass this argument which doesn't exist, a parameter that doesn't exist, to the function, you know, for it to throw an error. So like just to test this out, we'll say, looks like we're running out of test things. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, and then yeah, that's right. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now we have a bunch of these back again, test sections, and we'll start here, and we're gonna create a function. It's called f. It takes an a, and then, well, then we'll just say print a, and then we're gonna call f, and we'll pass in x, and then we're gonna also pass in, we'll say y equals z, and now we're expecting an error. So cd testing, cd testing, I test reminders. Okay, says so we got type error. F got an unexpected keyword argument Y. I wasn't seeing that print out on the screen, but like I said, it might have been being accepted. Either way, it's really not terribly important. So that makes sense that it would break it if it doesn't exist as a. It's not a parameter that can be passed to that function. So reminder that when you try to pass an arg that is not set as a param for the function, the script will crash and throw a type error. F got an unexpected. Okay. back to main, and now we're just going to well, actually, where did we change this? This was in dirt check, and let's make sure we okay, yeah, so we don't want the game ID past there. Okay, so that's a totally different question as to whether or not this is a cause for the discard clickable card list being unclickable, and we're not dealing with that right now, so we're just gonna go off on that. But we'll put a note here, and we'll say so that we don't forget about that as a possible culprit. And we'll say check line number 7. Concerning whether the append call for skeleton clickable card list skeleton clicked does not have reviewed this section in context and realized that these groups are actually custom instances. Lists instances, which means that the custom append function does not even have a game ID param, because these lists are never associated with a card movement call. Therefore, it's not needed. Okay. It's terrible. It's just bad. I don't like it at all. Get away from me, this is terrible. Okay. Okay, so we changed the logging to print out instead of logging after the fact. So now we're going to run the server and the client, and we're going to look at it in live to see. Okay. Okay, wait, what's this? Line 210. We don't want that. We don't want to see. We don't want. So client, and then we're going to go to line 210. And we don't want to see this. What's up with this? In the case that we are penning a card regularly, print, dirt check, name ID. We'll just comment that out. I don't know why we have that, but I'll just leave that. Actually, I don't think we need it. Okay. So we're gonna restart because that was like way too many printouts. And what's this? Okay, so okay, so we're really looking for we're looking for right here and right here on the clients. Okay, let's see. Okay, why is it not? It's not printing out like the rest of the line. I don't know about VS Code, but honestly, like these little bugs like that are kind of a pain in the ass when you're trying to debug. Like VS Code is great and all, but I don't know. I thought VS Code wouldn't have these type of bugs on the interface, on the like the terminal display. So I'm just gonna get to the part that we're worried about. Okay, so I'm gonna highlight this so we know exactly where we are, like as far as these. Okay, so we are already getting equals none. Okay, so let's look at this. This is okay, so this is gonna be for whenever the yeah, we're gonna put if game ID is equal to none and initial deck append is equal to false, because we don't want to see all those. But anyway, we can just scroll right past them, it's not a big deal. So those are not to be worried about. That was during initial deck append, which the game ID well, hold on, I'm like, wait a second. So actually, if we are doing okay, so these initial deck appends like are actually not associated with a visual okay. Yeah, so really what we're worried about is the occurrences where card movement doesn't have, where card movement so that's going to be the line 266. So we're not really worried about these. Those are not necessarily associated with a card movement. And actually, because there's not a 266 printout associated with them, then we know that they're not, because that's the initial deck append, so that's not a problem. Okay, so we got a lot of these errors with progression text, and that's like a normal thing. That's like an exception I have set up to handle that. It is kind of aggravating that it prints out. I could probably do something about that. But I'm not really worried about that. I'm not really worried about that right now. So we're just going to make this play, and you've selected all those cards. Uh-oh, something happened, and oh, that's right, I didn't click any of the cards. Green means highlighted, not yellow. I mean, green means selected, not yellow. So let's see now if we get.
Keep your eye on the tank, cause some ones that never give, just proceed and they thank you. Smile, but they fake. I know when it's fake. It ain't hard to tell when they only want pain. Thinking like lanes, always with the brains. If I drop the nice guy act, you will be shaking. I can spell it out in the stars when you fake. Still you forgive me like you don't know what I'm saying. Grounds get to breaking, tectonic quaking. Even on a good day, you don't wanna face me. Bones get you scared now. My head down, real treat, camera on the place, really stand out.
1, 2, 3.
Go corpse on ice, catch it froze. This is dead, miss the light you chose. With a pill, moonlight, watch me both. Evaporate to the night, watch me smoke. Cold corpse on ice, catch it froze. It's a dead, miss the light you chose. With a pill, moonlight, buzz.
Okay, so this actually looks correct. So we have visual meld update, and then cardinal canasta detect is called. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 of those, and that makes sense because we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We actually had 12 cards. But that should be right. It's not like recursively calling, like, because before I was pretty sure it was recursively calling this visual meld update or cardinal canasta detect like way too much. But I think that since we added the game ID argument, that may have fixed that for whatever reason. Okay, so we still so yeah, game ID occurrence on the server side is going to be high because we don't need game ID on server side, but client side we don't see it at all so far. And we'll click the 2. Okay, so I don't see any printouts for MID is equal to none, and that should be locations 266, and like that definitely is a section that's going to be called on the client side because that's in card movement, so of course it's going to be called. So we don't see occurrences anymore of game ID equal to none at all on the client side. Let me just do one more test just to make sure that that bug is actually taken care of, and it won't let me click a discard because that's another bug. But let's just do one more, and I'm not gonna watch it print. I'm just going to actually, I don't even, just in case it might be not displaying the correct data as far as the logging goes and the game ID being equal to none. because we have active logging going on, and that can interfere with the data exchange and stuff and can cause bugs. It has in the past. So just to be sure that that's not causing us to think we're not getting those occurrences when we actually are, we'll change it back, the logger back to log instead of print. So it's gonna print all the logs at the very end after the script has been terminated, and it will ensure that we're understanding the data properly and we're not just like assuming. So we want to be absolutely sure. So we're just gonna do a quick playthrough. The cards move a lot slower now since I fixed the card movement thing. They were teleporting, which actually made like testing go a lot faster. I probably could actually like make that a thing for testing purposes, like a thing that like a switch, you know, to where I could enable gradual card movement versus card teleportation for like when I was doing testing to make testing a lot faster. But I don't know if I should spend time on that because it might be, yeah, there might be side effects associated with it. Which one? We'll do the king. So it's placing those back in the hand. That's exactly what I wanted it to do. Okay, so that's great actually. That is working as it should. Discard what I like to discard. And it won't let me discard. Okay, so now let's see if we have any of the instances of game ID equals to none, or whether or not we may have fixed that bug completely. That would be very exciting to me if we have. That's a bug I've been dealing with for a while. So okay. Yeah, I don't see any at all. This is good. Cool. Okay, and I don't see any on this one, this client either. Yeah, that's what we want. Okay, cool. So it looks like that bug is actually completely fixed, like 100% fixed, which is huge. So, and we did verify that it was not just pre-sort play cards in the hand, but it was also play cards and melds. Everything was working. We'll say registration for all card groups. Sure that was okay. The game ID arg was not being passed at all. Added it in and did a few game tests which verify the visual situation for all card groups is now working as intended. Verified that there were no client side occurrences of game ID equal to none. Alright, cool. So we finally solved that. Cool. Alright, so now we can get rid of that in the things to do. Turn this bug is one causing visual situation. Okay, yeah, so we got it. And then this is specifically, yep, overall, yep, TLDR. Okay, yep, all that gone. We did it. Now, check it out. That's we're not worried about that right now. We'll put this in unimportant issues, or it's not unimportant, it's just not pressing. Okay. Check those. Another append. Okay, it's causing a bug. Okay, that is important. Check for possible clickable card list bug associated with line 274 in dirt check. Oh, actually, I already wrote about this. So you're not having the game ready. Okay, so that's duplicate. I love when I have duplicates because that means I get to feel like, you know, my list is shorter now. Okay, so review this section in the context of handling the game ID is equal to none bug and realize that these two card groups are actually custom timeless instances. It's not needed. Okay. Discovered this possible bug with debugging the game ID. Yeah, the game ID. Okay, yeah, that we know why that this comment clarifies that question that we just deleted. Okay, is this the cause for discard clickable card list being unclickable? And so that's the question, and I'm pretty sure it's not, but we can we'll figure that out at a later point. Okay. Game ID is equal to none client side for log.card movement is definitely causing visual bugs. Okay, yeah, so that's another one that we got rid of. Use game ID is non-pronounced to specifically pinpoint. Yeah, we got rid of that. We did that. Possible alternative to game ID, hot potato. Being called every time draw one domain is called in card movement using try except, which would accept in the case that the propaganda objective has something like the game service. Yeah, that's like, you know, that was to avoid using the game ID equals none thing, because that hot potato shit is terrible. It's ugly. It's like I have to pass it so many times and just ugh. I tried to not do it. I know there's a simple solution to that. Probably this one right here that I just wrote out, but I already implemented it, you know, the work's already done, so I'm ready to move on at this point. I'm not really like worried about that. I've spent so much time on this project, and it's like this part of the project, I'm ready to move forward. If I want to come back and improve it later, I can. It is what it is. Moving forward. Okay, so we got handle both preset play cards and play cards visual resituation bugs. Okay, we did that. This is great. Look at all this. We're knocking off the list. Sometimes when both clients connect to the game, the server still acts as if it is waiting on a second player to join. It doesn't ever seem to register the second player's connection. Yeah, and that still is an issue. Been having that issue for a really long time, pretty much since I started it. I could never pinpoint exactly what it was. I tried to work on it, and it's just not terribly important because it doesn't happen that much, and it might just be like because I'm logging on too quickly, and it wouldn't actually be like we'll try to fix it. I don't want to say it's not important. It's important enough. Like, I've spent a lot of time looking at that screen, probably like a total hour just looking at that screen since I've started this project. If you counted all the little like seconds I spent looking at it. Test for load.py line 576 per hour to ensure this line is being properly run at the right times for play card meld resituation. Okay, we will actually look at that first because that might be something we need to look at. I'm pretty sure that's fixed though, considering we just tested the resituation thing and everything's working. At line 123 in Cowboy, where self-card group name dig is assigned, couldn't we use eval card group name as a better alternative to save lines and also be more up to date in the object reference? And that's actually not a pressing issue. I'm only putting like bugs right here. I can do unimportant stuff later. I want to solve bugs that are crashing and ruining the game, and then I'll like fix stuff like that where it's just like an improvement, a smarter way to do it. If it's not broke, I'm not trying to mess with it. I'm only trying to mess with the things that are broke. Sometimes whenever both kinds can be game, or we just read that. At line 226 to 29 Kappa, should there be a section which assigns the empty list prior card name for proper meld group resituation, specifically speaking of play cards or situation issue? I don't know. Let's put that also at the top. We'll put that right under this one, and then we'll say why is game ID passive visual deck discard hand pre-sort update. I thought I passed it to it for good reason, but whenever I was reviewing it today, I realized it was not actively being used within the function. It was simply passed in and never used. Okay, that will actually be number one, because that's going to be like the easiest. We're gonna knock out the easiest, and then we'll leave the hardest for later, because sometimes when you solve one bug, it actually solves another, and you know, so by that logic, solving easier bugs first makes more sense, because when you solve an easy bug, it takes less time, and then you might, by proxy, have solved a more complicated bug. So yeah, always do the easy ones first, I think. Yeah. So we got our list down. Let's actually look at this one. Continue. This is our debugging. Continue debugging via playthroughs. For player 2's first play, the first player of the game. A red 3 is left in the hand. Yeah, that's definitely a bug, and we need to fix that one. Know this happens only for player 2. For player 1, the red 3 is probably moves to the red 3 meld. Yeah, I think that's true. It actually shows that there are 13 cards in the player's hand total at the point of the first play, which means that the player was indeed dealt an extra card to account for the red 3, which means it may have displayed the visual prompt and notification of a red 3 being dealt, and I just rushed through clicking and missed it. If there are 13 cards, that means it dealt an extra card. So it detected the red 3 properly, but it didn't visually move the red 3. And I'll just put TLDR for this. TLDR. Logic works, but visually red 3 stayed in hand. Yeah. And when this player's turn discard, it doesn't let me click any cards. The cards are not highlighted either. True. Okay. Whenever I'm making a play, and that just means this means the cards are not in clickable card list, I think. Whenever I'm making a play, the melds and play cards are not visually resituated. When I added a wild card to one of the play card melds, I actually added the card visually where the meld was supposed to be. Yeah, we fixed that. Bam! Another one going. I love it, dude. Get it out of here. Get that shit out of here. Debug the bugs in bugs debug.txt. Say that 5 times fast. Review all instances of caution comment in the entire code base, and then do last. So we are so close, dude. Oh my god, I'm so ready to be done with this. I swear, bro. I have no desire, like, my fire for this project is, it's out. I worked on it so much. I'm just ready to be done with it and move on. Biggest thing I learned from this is do that shit right the first time, because if you don't do it right the first time, it might have been something really stupid and really simple, and then you're gonna go and spend like in this case of the resituation bug, I probably spent like 10 to 20 hours staring at this screen trying to figure it out, because I just fucking forgot to put the game ID on the first time. It's terrible. It's terrible. Shouldn't. So make sure you're nice and awake, not exhausted, juiced up, and focusing when you're coding it the first time. That's the #1 tip I would give to anybody who is going to tackle like a large project like this on their own. Do it right the first time. Review it, spend the extra minute to like double check and review your code. Don't just like rush through, you know. So alright, let's see if I can rearrange this a little. This is technically like should be in this section. And I guess I'll, well, hold up, let me see. Discard. Okay, so this I think is the see how VS Code does that when I do this and it jumps over? That is such a pain in the ass, dude. Cause you don't know like what you just added by visually looking at it. I'm hoping to look at this and see, but it doesn't. Pain in the ass. Okay, so it comes after this means and then before 1.5. So after this means and before 1.5. So it's this. Say this player turn discard doesn't let me click any cards. Check for possible clickable part of this bug associated with line 275 game ID section. Okay, yeah, so this just say possible culprit associated with line 274. And not having the game ID grand pass, and then this can oh yeah, that's like implicit, we don't really need to. Okay, yeah, so we have these 3 bugs. We have, this is not a, well, this is not like, this is a question. This is not technically a bug. This is a question, not technically a bug. And then this is, should there be a section which assigns empty loop? Yeah, so that's another question, not technically a bug. Then we have the bugs. The first one is the red 3 thing. So I'm just gonna put like a little name right here. So we're gonna put red 3 bug because we know them at this point. Like I know which bugs I have. So I have the red 3 bug, and then we have the we'll call this the discard bug, and then we have the, this we'll call the connect bug. Okay, so that's the 3 bugs we have right now, and that's really not a lot, dude. That's really exciting. I'm so glad that I got this taken care of. I have to use the restroom. Okay, back. Had to get some croutons. Like my new favorite snack. New favorite snack, dude. Okay. Let's see. Alright. Why is game ID past a visual deck discard hand pre-sort update? I thought I passed it for a good reason, but when I was reviewing it today, I realized it was not actually being used within the function. It was simply passed in and never used. Okay. Visual deck discard hand pre-sort update. That's in locations. Alright. So this is where it is, and we pass in the visual deck discard hand pre-sort update. So this is the correct spot, but it definitely is being used, because if it wasn't being used, it would not be. It would be like dim. It would be like the brightness of the text would be dimmed. That's how VS Code lets you know that you're not using like a variable or whatever. So that's probably because, oh well, oh my god, dude, that's even sadder, bro. That's even sadder. That means as of 12/2, December 2nd, bro, right before I quit coding for like that year, last December, dude, that was the source of the bug, and I could have fixed that since last December. Oh my god, that makes me want to punch my computer screen. I swear to god, dude. Oh, I wish I wouldn't have seen that, honestly. That just makes me more mad. Damn, bro. Well, this is what happens when you suck at coding, bro. It's all good. I'll get better. Why is game ID past individual so? The answer to that is god, pathetic. Just pathetic, bro. See you later, though. It's going now. Next one, test for load.py 576. So let's go to locations. We're gonna go to 576, and okay, that's changed. Printout. Oh, so this was the printout. I think I just deleted that. No? Did I? No, I didn't delete anything associated with that. So 576. Is this the thing I'm talking about? 583. Visual mode update resituate empty mode equals true. Test for load pi 576 to ensure this line is being properly run at the right times for play card meld resituation. Play card meld resituation. Okay. Okay, here we go. Yeah, 581. If resituating the play card's meld group for the case in which the last card has been popped from the meld. Since the meld at meld num -1 in the card group is empty, we want to visually reflect that by grabbing the next meld and putting it in the place of the empty one. So then we give the replacing meld the meld num of the empty meld, passing it to card num canasta detect, so that it will be visually put in its place. Okay, so let's just try to understand this. So this is visual meld update function. This is to update the meld group, and it's if custom append list is in string type of item, and then this section that we're looking at specifically is for when we're dealing with a card. So if you are adding cards to a pre-existing meld, okay, if you are adding cards to a pre-existing meld, if meld num is not equal to none, okay, we say meld equals eval card group name at meld num. So if meld num is not equal to none, then meld equals eval card group name at meld num. Okay. And then below line, if resituating the play cards below, we just read that. Okay, so if resituate empty meld is equal to true, then we do self.cardnum canasta detect. I think we did. I think we reviewed this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we reviewed this because I remember. Yeah, and we like verified that that worked. That was fixed with the resituation thing. Like that works. I'm almost 100% positive of that. So I'm pretty sure we can get rid of that. And so this is this last one right here. 12, 29, 23. Line 226, 229 in CalPy. Should there be a section which assigns the empty list a prior card group name for proper mode group resituation? Specific custom append list and 226. If self card group name not in reference list. If card and string types of item. Self item dot prior card group name equals self card group name. Self card group name. Should there be a section which assigns the empty list a prior card group name for proper mode resituation? Which assigns the empty list a prior card group name for proper mode. Self at item prior card name. Okay, I see what I'm asking about. Okay, I see. I don't think that we need that. because I'm like, if the length of it is 0, then that means like that, yeah. So when we pop the last card from the meld before it's empty, then that is what triggers the well, yeah, that card being popped will give it a prior card group name, and then it will, like, whenever it's appended to the next card group after being popped, it's gonna resituate based on the prior card group name and like the prior meld num and all that. So that would already have been taken care of. By the time the meld's empty, it's like already been resituated. So yeah, because we actually do the pop at the very end. So yeah, I think we're good here. I don't think that's something that needs to be added. Pretty sure it works already. So we're just gonna okay. So that's all of them, except for the actual bugs that we know about, other than these unimportant issues. Yeah, we have a lot of like stuff in here, but okay, so we'll start with the first one. Red, we'll say the red 3 bug. Well, this one, okay, yeah, we'll start with that one. For player 2's first play, the first play of the game, a red 3 was left in the hand instead of being placed in the red 3 meld area. Also, make sure there's no text explaining that we had red 3 in the hand. The deal, it did not, however, let me click the red 3 as part of my play. All other cards are clickable except for the red 3. This only happens for player 2. Red 3 is probably moved red 3 meld for player 1. It actually shows that there are 13 cards in the player's hand total at the point of the first play, which means that the player was indeed dealt an extra card to account for the red 3, which means it may have displayed the visual file that we clicked through without realizing it. There are 13 cards, that means it dealt an extra card after detecting the red 3. However, the red 3 remained in the hand regardless, so there is an issue. Okay, so TLDR, logic works, but visually red 3 stayed in hand. Okay. So whenever we get a red 3, if you're player 2, it doesn't actually allow you to, it doesn't move the red 3 to the red 3 meld visually, but it acts as if you do have a red 3. It gives you a replacement for it, but for whatever reason it keeps it in the hand visually. Okay, think about that for a second. It's visually not moving to the red 3 mode. So it's almost certainly not in progression, because let's go to red 3 check, because this is like the beginning of the process for dealing with red 3s. So red 3 check, current player, for current card in current player.hand.copy. If current card goes to master deck, red 3 is current. Okay, so this is the line here. Just make sure, yeah, that's the only place where that happens. All the rest of it is for replacing it, like displaying the text associated with it. So this line here is the one that we're going to be focusing on. Current player red 3 mail depend. Current player hand pop. Current player hand index. Current card. Okay. And that works because, you know, we know it works for player 1. It doesn't work for player 2 for some reason. So that makes me think that maybe it might have something to do with wiping my keyboard down real quick. Okay, so let's just go through the order of events then. I was just thinking, and so we're gonna go red 3 mail append, and so we'll go to custom append list. And what's gonna end up happening is, so whenever this gets appended, it's going to go to append. We're passing in only the current card. Call from dirt check is going to be false. Game ID is going to be none because we're on the server side. We don't need it. So game ID is equal to none, and initiative is equal to false. But we can actually get rid of this. We don't need it. We'll leave it just in case for a little while. Yeah, actually, we'll get rid of it. So there we go. So it appends it using the parent method for the built-in list class, and then if initiative, so it's not going to go there. If list is in, it's not going to go there. If card name in deck, discard pile, match card ref list, not gonna go there. Card name and skeleton list, and call from dirt check is equal to false, which I think it'll enter there because skeleton list would be red 3 meld. But look at that, there's our bug. Look at that, dude. Holy shit, bro. Good thing I came and looked right here, dude. Whoa. Look at this. See what's missing? A comma, bro. Bam. No way, dude. A comma, bro. This is how these are things that break games, bro. Commas. A comma. Totally, bro. Wow. Well, I just impressed myself, dude, by noticing that. Damn, what a doofus, huh? See how important the little shit is, dude? A comma. So it was like, I don't actually, I'm confused though. I don't know how you could have a string like this and then like just in spaces and then another string and that not be like that not cause an error. It's weird. Wow. Well, I might have just solved my bug by that little thing right there, and this was line 34 in custom append list. So, and then we go to locpi at 266. We can get rid of that printout because we don't need that anymore. Actually, we can get save. It's on autosave. Yeah, so we're gonna see if that fixed the what file were we just in? Okay, it was here. Now I'm just gonna review these other ones for their commas. So yeah, I can do this and then okay, yeah, so we have all the commas now. That little comma right there, dude. Now let's see if so yeah, so what was happening is it should have went here to if card group name and skeleton list and call from dir check is equal to false. Say if card in string type item dot lower. String type item lower. If self and eval. Card group name. Okay, so go to else and then say so first for window. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's exactly what was happening because it wasn't running this whole section because it wasn't detecting the card group name in skeleton lists because we didn't have the comma, so it wasn't, this wasn't showing as true, so it wouldn't have went to this section, which would have caused the card to be appended to the red 3 meld. At least I think, like I want to say, because it would have, it still gives us the replacement card. Yeah, that's a completely separate question. So yeah, it does give us a replacement card. It just doesn't like, it popped it from the hand, but it never got appended to another, to the red 3. So when we actually appended it to the red 3 meld on the server side, it did everything it was supposed to server side, and it actually got popped from the hand as it should have been on the on the client side and all that. But when it came to the client side appending the red 3 to the red 3 meld, it was not doing that because of us missing that comma. So I'm almost certain I can add this to the devlog that we fixed this bug. Same. Figured out the source of the red 3 bug. I forgot to put a in cow.pies self.skeleton list at line 34 after p2.red3 meld. this explains why it was only happening for P2. So let's test to verify, but I'm pretty sure that would have been it. What? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Is... Oh no. What's... Okay. What just happened? What the hell just happened? Okay, something weird is happening now. That... Okay. We're gonna exit right there, and I gotta see, like, this is... Reroute, discard initial played cards. I don't understand why, like, me adding this comma surely wouldn't have caused that bug. There's no way. I'm just making sure I didn't accidentally, like, type anything that messed up. What the fuck is going on? Okay. Okay, so we created more bugs and having solved that one. I'm gonna actually stop the stream. I'm gonna end right here. I have to go get dinner ready and stuff. So I fixed that bug, but it looks like we created another bug in the process. After fixing the red 3 bug, looks like we created uncovered another bug. Wonderful. Causing strange behavior after the draw animation, where it is dealing P1s and before the draw animation stagger visual is erased, and then places them back in the deck and does it again after the draw stagger has been erased. Solve this bug. Was missing fixing this bug. Immediately uncovered, created. Well, actually, we already. Fixing the. Okay. Yeah, but it seems this was caused directly by the adding of the comma in the proper place. Test this to test this to verify that the value works correctly at that section. Say note that this was for P1 and did we have a red 3 now? A red 3 in our hand? Okay, yeah, it said that we were dealt a red 3. But I don't actually see a red 3. It showed the prompt that we were dealt a red 3. So this may not occur. This new bug may not occur whenever there aren't any red 3s dealt to the hand. I'm not positive about that. Documenting all that's important too, because it just helps you in the future. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and quit the stream. I'll come back later. I'm gonna get dinner ready. Stream a little bit more.